the United States and Cuba are entering one of their most tense moments in decades. Washington has intensified sanctions and openly increased pressure on Havana, while the Cuban government faces blackouts, fuel shortages, and a deep economic crisis due to the regime's inefficiency. But the real question is this: could the United States actually move toward military action against the Cuban regime? Recent statements from President Donald Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio have fueled speculation. Both have portrayed Cuba as a growing national security concern, particularly because of Havana's ties with Russia, China, and even their tentacles in Latin America. At the same time, reports indicate that the Pentagon has conducted contingency planning for possible instability in Cuba, especially if the island experiences a sudden political collapse. Adding even more tension, the United States recently increased its military presence in the Caribbean, and senior U.S. military officials held rare meetings with Cuban military leaders near Guantanamo Bay. Officially, these talks focused on security coordination, but they occurred amid escalating pressure from Washington. Cuban officials have responded with warnings of their own. Havana argues that the United States is manufacturing a justification for aggression and has stated that any military attack would be met with resistance. Cuban leaders have even warned that a conflict could produce heavy casualties on both sides. Despite of these claims, Cuba is far from having an efficient military nowadays, and it's likely that most of the population will simply not have the will to defend the regime due to their living conditions, product of the government's political and economic system. So, what do you think? Will the United States invade Cuba and overthrow the communist regime?